Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And how about we check the numbers for Jeremy Grant?
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. White is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Williams at the center locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, the wings for him, Sharp and Avdia. On the block, you'll see Kamara and Klingon. And it's Lillard in the point guard. When your team is looking at a back-to-back, how do you approach the first game of the 2-10?
Well, I think you may go to your bench a little bit more early, lengthen your rotation, especially if the game isn't all that close. You're not going to see any starters play heavy minutes in that situation.
Are you thinking as a coach we have a better chance against this team than that team? Does it ever enter that kind of conversation?
It definitely does, but it could also be a dangerous approach if you think there's a particular matchup that doesn't favor you in some way.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. The coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Sharp. Back to Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's 7 points for Lillard.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Outside, Simons. Over in the corner, White. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside, Avdia. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
And we were talking about, Tim, the front office, the Blazers very pleased with their internal development.
Well, the pieces fit. They're not just young players looking to score, but you have guys who are willing to defend and make hustle plays. That's how you build a winning culture.
It's up a 3, and another 3 for Portland.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Now here's White. He had 15 points last out. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 6.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Pass to Sharp. And it's sent back by White. And now it's Brown running. He can go.
Oh, man!
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Pacers in Indy. Lillard outside, lets it go from deep, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
A crossover. Brown, no good. Trailblazers leading by 3. Now, here's Sean. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Avdia against Brown. Outside, Simons. Here's White. Off target from three-point range. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. And slam dunk by Kamara.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Simons. There's Brown with the three. Sinks the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Now, here's Sean. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Down low, here's Lillard. The shot from the low post is good. Lillard's got 18 points in the game.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A different look now for Portland. Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. And it's Holiday in for Avdia. And then for Boston, Chris Boucher's checked in for Williams. And it's Pritchard in for Anfernee Simons. Celtics trail by 6. And here's Brown outside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Portland has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lillard's got 21.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Greg, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear #1, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Hart, Ray Allen, and Dame.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Portland.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And, you know, word you hear a lot around Drew Holiday is underrated. Enough really doesn't get said about his abilities on the floor, how he can affect the game on both ends.
Now Grant, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go, launches a 3, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Henderson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 12. They need this. And Peyton Pritchard, good for 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Here's Holiday. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Williams kicks to Holiday. Pass to Lillard. Williams, a screen on Pritchard. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Out to the right wing. Pritchard from outside. Good on the triple. Pritchard's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Boston.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Williams finds Lillard. Henderson. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
High-order type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
Some early scuffles for the 3rd pick overall in 2023, but Tim Scoot Henderson coming on strong.
Well, he is slowly improving his efficiency. He has a long way to go, but with those physical tools and work ethic, I wouldn't bet against him.
Abdiaz checked in for Drew Holiday. And then for Boston, Williams, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Sam Hauser comes in for Brown. And it's Gonzalez in for White. He hits the second from the line. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Gonzalez. And stolen by Lillard. It's stolen by Gonzalez. Outside Williams. Boucher passes to Williams. To the wing right side. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Hits it from three-point range.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Boucher can't cash in from close range. Trailblazers leading by 10. In the corner, Henderson with it. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
But so far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He's cashed in 9 times from beyond the arc this game. Who knows how many threes he'll wind up with? We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
Holiday in the backcourt with Henderson to his side. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Pass to Henderson. From deep. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Boucher passes to Gonzalez. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Offensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said, the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Kevin?
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much. Outside Holiday, and another 3 for Portland.
Even though they give up that triple on one end, Holiday with a quick answer.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Boston. Lineouts checked in, and it's Simons in for Gonzalez. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside, Simons. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Simons showing you a lot of toughness right there. He got inside, did not shy away from the contact, and was able to get it done.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Williams, a screen on Pritchard. Holiday gets the bucket.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Pass to Avdia. To the inside. Here's Grant outside Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williams, and it's slammed in by Williams.
Yeah, something that Williams does so well as soon as he has inside position. He just goes for the finish.
Outside, Simons. A three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 12. In the corner, Henderson with it. Grant sets a screen for Holiday. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Well, you look at Sharp, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number 1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer. And again for 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Simons from outside. And the Celtics another 3. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
And Lillard kicks to Williams. Here's Avdia. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Hauser trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Holiday to pass to Lillard. Over Pritchard. Einard pulls it in.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And Portland making a change here. Sharp's checked in. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Sam Hauser.
And one of Sharp's signature moves, the tight handles allow him to create space with ease.
Pritchard passes to Simons. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Simons has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics. One thing is certain about Anthony Simons, the guy is a pure scorer.
Well, it comes so naturally to him. He's got a great handle, and he can get his shot off whenever he wants. Plus, he's got limitless range.
And so, the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Another look now for Portland. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Tamani Kamara in for Avdia. And the Celtics also making a change. Keita's checked in. Pritchard passes to Keita. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. And here's Tatum for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Tatum's got 8.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Lillard against Pritchard. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 44.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Celtics trail by 14. Pritchard from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
That's just a great job of finishing by Clingan.
Tim, walk me down the Donovan Clingan pick at number 7 in the 2024 draft. What do you think the thinking was there?
Well, Kevin, I just think people viewed him as a winner, a two-time collegiate champion, and then most importantly, that rare young big man that wants to play center and anchor the paint.
Drew Holiday checked in for Jeremy Grant.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Celtics.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
Pass to Holiday. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Clingan finds Lillard over Pritchard. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Clingan.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
3-pointer, Simon.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to 1 shot.
Good, another from 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
Pass to Clingan. Back to Lillard. And got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
A 3 from Tatum. From anywhere, anytime, Tatum.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Brown against Sharp. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter. Pritchard from outside. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
3 points.
Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
There's Brown with the 3. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Trailblazers lead by 17. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in-game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
It's hard to go wrong with anyone from this group. I'm glad we have a front row seat.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Portland Trailblazers.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, this team has trusted him with this level of responsibility, and it's easy to see why.
Celtics trail by 17. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Williams. And it's Simons in at the point. And it's Sharp missing. And the slam dunk by Simons.
And while he's not the biggest guy in the world, Simons will battle and make some tough shots like that one.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Lillard from outside. Rebound by Williams. And here's Boston. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Simons.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
The kick out to Tatum. The 3. No good. That's just his first miss in 7 shots. Avdia with it. Williams picks him up. Pass to Klingon. Over Williams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
They started out this half ice cold. 0 for their first 3.
The 3 from Tatum. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics. Here's Kamare. Outside, Avdia. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Here's Lillard. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Outside, Simons. Tatum passes to Williams. Back to Tatum. From outside the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard outside. Pass to Kamare. And Sharp has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. Here's Klingon. Got it. Good job in the low post. Klingon's got 5 now.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brown the pass to Tatum. 3-pointer. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last 2 seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And to look at the 2K leaderboard now with the list of centers and power forwards who have been in a great rhythm at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Jason Tatum on top.
And with those numbers at the free throw line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. I mean, operating among the big bodies in the paint.
Connects again from distance.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Sharp against Brown. Here's Kamara. No good from outside.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without foul. Now, he was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Sharp finds Lillard. Back to Sharp. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Celtics.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Like the basket, Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
For 3.
Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Portland leading by 9. Pass to Kamara. Back to Lillard. For 3. Good. That's another bucket.
I can't believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point games all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal. Night in and night out. Outside White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's the triple. That shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A 3 from Tatum. And Williams is right there.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Lillard surveying the D. Here's Sharp. There's the drive. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Boston, Chris Boucher's checked in for Derek White. Sam Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Anfernee Simon. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Williams. Pass to Henderson. And it's good. Assisting in the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. 1:22 left in the third quarter of the game. To the left side wing. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And now look at Jason Tatum. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in shooting percentage, first in 3-point shooting, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
And he's keeping the game within striking distance. I don't know where they'd be without his shooting.
Thibault kicks to Holiday. Williams, a screen on Pritchard. Sinks the triple. Thibault got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Mano-y-mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Pass to Hauser. Lets it go with the three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 6th assist on the night. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Holiday in the backcourt with Henderson to his side. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Back to Pritchard, taken away by Holiday. For the finish, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Outside, Simon. There's Brown with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. After Holiday for 3. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love 2 big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well.
Pass to Pritchard. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers leading by 12. Henderson looking it over. And another 3 for Portland.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Simon. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss. Trailblazers have got every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the fourth. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Portland. The Celtics also changing it up. Einad's checked in, and it's White in for Pritchard. Drew Holiday's checked in for Portland. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Lillard, the pass to Holiday. Now, here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. It's White on the wing. Stolen by Holiday. Lillard outside. And again for 3.
And I don't think I have ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
Well, with that make, he's now Greg alone in second place for most threes in a game. You know, at this point, you have to go for the top spot, right? Back to White. Shot to stop the run. That one misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Grant. Sinks that one from the post.
And getting points inside important for Grant. Allows him to get a little bit of extra room on the perimeter when he needs it.
Here's Brown. Misses off the right ankle.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up. And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And there's Simons on the assist by White. White's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, we know he can hurt you from outside, but Simons also showing you a nice touch inside.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
He played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
For the Trailblazers. Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. Tamani Kamara comes in for Grant, and it's Sharp in for Drew Holiday. Nifty move. And Boston with the rebound.
And, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Well, his production is not in question now if he could just get his teammates involved.
Here are the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Abdi on the wing. Klingon the screen for Abdi. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Here is Lillard. From outside, connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg, he's now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Celtics trail by 21. On the wing, Brown. Three-pointer. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lillard finds Sharp. Simons on the double team. Shot clock at 6. Here's Avdia. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Tim, how do you look at Avdia's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
That free throw, good from Avdia. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Reith is checked in. Jeremy Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. Scoot Henderson's checked in for Sharp. And it's Drew Holiday in for Damian Lillard. And he makes all 3. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Holiday throws it down.
And he's got it all working for him tonight. Holiday's effort level and energy are off the charts.
Here's Simons. Misses from close range.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's Henderson. The rebound by the Celtics. White's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
And no doubt, he was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
Tough to even slow down playmakers like Brown.
That free throw good from Brown. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Brown drops them both. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Williams. Avdia against Brown. And here's the fast break. Here's Minot. Some solid defense from Grant.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks, guys. Drew, this team is winning games. What's coming together for this group right now?
Honestly, I think it's a feel. I think it's the comfortability with each other. I think it's the chemistry on the court. And from there, you know, as chemistry builds, you build confidence. And, man, it's fun to play, you know?
I do. I hope it continues to build. It's been fun to watch. Thanks, Drew.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Damian Lillard.